she doesn't have the courage to protect herself. And two, people don't want to start problems and just throw her out of a room because she's useless to society. So that's the reason why they kind of just linger around for the next 30, 40 years. Like they really just linger. Like nobody really wants, nobody really cares about them. Unless they're, just get horny for a little bit. And then as soon as the horniness is gone, the woman's off to just lingering around. She just lingers, looking for any spare attention.
What up? 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 Happy to be back. Happy to be back. Hit the like button, please. The more people like, the more new people are coming to the live. Um, if you want me to stay on 2 hours tonight, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Also in the description. You could also do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Oh gosh, we might have to go over that later. This Kendra G. It was 14-minute episode. We might have to go over that later. So this is what we're gonna do. Well, I'll say that later. We're gonna cut YouTube short if we don't meet the goal. And we'll just go over the Rumble. Um we'll just go over the Rumble after like 30 minutes if the donations ain't getting up, you know? But hold on. Let me try to find the video I wanted to go over. Here we go.
A man who uses
Let's see. Let's just get into it.
certain words as part of his a man who uses certain words as part of his daily vocabulary and he uses these words derogatorily, that is not your future husband. I just got off the phone with a man that I matched with on Hinge a couple days ago and I wanted to have a phone conversation. During the conversation, he used the word just casually to describe a situation that he thought was stupid.
Let's start here. This woman is clearly nuts. You can see it in her eyes. Um, he wouldn't make a good girlfriend. She's clearly over 30, still dating, clearly over 30, chronicling her life on TikTok. This is a horrible dating option. Way worse than a guy that uses the word retard. So she don't got no room to speak.
To describe a situation that he thought was stupid.
Oh, so retarded? Wow, this man, guys, needs to wash his mouth with soap. Like, what is going on? I absolutely stand with this woman, guys. If you came here looking for obscenities, cynicism, bad words thrown around like the B word, the F word, well, you came to the wrong place, let me inform you. But anyway, fellas, welcome back. This woman's absolutely appalled that this man said.
Remind yourself, these are not classy men. Remind yourself, somebody of sophistication and class and maturity, they are going to speak a certain way and they are going to avoid using certain words.
Mean board ain't working, but I just gotta say it again. This woman is fucking crazy. Batch crazy. You could just tell. You could tell she's neurotic, emotional. She's gonna be trying to police your every word. Don't say retard. That's not appropriate. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And you know what? Let me break it down. Because I was talking about the one girl earlier who had the feminine aura. See, a feminine woman could get on a man for saying retard. Like, I don't have a problem with a woman, a nice, sweet, demure, feminine woman saying, "Oh, babe, don't say that. That's insensitive." I don't have a problem with that if she do it in a feminine, cool, soft, sweet, demure way. But one of these social justice warrior fucking nut jobs I don't need you fucking policing every word I say because see, the sweet feminine demure girl, she's just gonna leave it at that. Oh, babe, don't say that word. That's insensitive. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with my woman saying that. This bitch is gonna make it a 3-week argument because you said retard or you said, "Oh, this is so retarded." She's gonna make it a 3-week ordeal. She gonna want you to go to therapy because you said it. Nah, man, stay the fuck away from women like this. What up, Dragon?
They are going to speak a certain way and they are going to avoid using certain words.
Let me touch on that. She said classy, sophisticated, gentlemen men usually aren't going to use the word retarded or retard or whatever. And she's right. It is an insensitive word. Like, let's get mature. I'm mature. I mean, I just play immature for this channel for entertainment. Let's get mature. It is an insensitive word. It's not classy. It's not sophisticated. It's not gentlemanly. She's right. This crazy bitch is right. I can't lie. But like I said, the problem is she's gonna make it a way bigger deal than what it fucking is. Now we know sometimes we have locker room talk. Oh, this is retarded. I'll say it sometime amongst close ones. I'm not gonna call a human retarded, or if I do, I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna call an actual mentally disabled person retarded because that's just me. But you know how people use it. But okay, I gotta give credit when credit is due. She's not wrong. Okay, fine. But ma'am, do you want us to believe that you're classy, sophisticated, and fucking that you display decorum and no, this video in itself proves that you're not that. Look, making an erotic video on TikTok isn't classy and sophisticated, bitch. So you don't got no room to talk. Never mind.
And they are going to avoid using certain words as well. So, and a lot of you really need to just grow up and just be better human beings. That's my 2 cents.
You know, guys, and my 2 cents is if you're a virgin, okay, then you can have these sort of expectations. But if you're a run through body count of 17, who are you to tell me to not say the R word? Man, these women, she says in the caption reads, I'm going to be single forever, I swear. Yeah, I'd bet on that too. But anyway, fellas, well,
Bottom of her face is shaped like an octagon. It has like 5 sides. Like I'm not roasting. I'm just saying like whatever.
welcome back to yet another video. It's snowing outside, so let's gather around the fire, boys. How's the weather where you live? But now, let's move on. Actually, leave this one for later. Let's move on to this one, guys. Also has a very concerned face.
Just the fact that she's look. Just the fact that she's on the internet making that cunty face, resting her head on her fingers like that. I'm just not interested. We're gonna hear her out though. Shout out to Dragonfly for donating $10. We only need $5 more to stay on 2 hours. I'll let the people decide how we split that up. But yeah, $5 more keeps me on 2 hours this good Sunday night. So yeah, this for you. Oh, actually, my meme ain't working, but everybody shout out. Everybody shout out Dragonfly. He just donated $10, a big chunk of what it's gonna take to keep me on 2 hours tonight. Somebody else donate five, and we in there like swimwear. So let me address the title real quick. A lot of people say, "Oh, modern women are different. They change." But did they change? Are modern women something so different, or is this what women always were? Have women always been this mess, but now they just got the power to show it? Now they just have the freedom and the power and the leverage to be the scumbags they always were. What's my answer? Um, I don't know, man. Like, look, I'm gonna go with this is who they always were, and this. Let me put it like this: this is always who they were gonna be if they were ever given power and freedom. There's no alternate universe where you give woman power and freedom and she isn't this mess that we see in modern society. They were never meant to be in power. I don't think God, I mean, based on all the religious texts, God didn't mean for them, didn't say that they should be in power. Evolutionary biology says they shouldn't be in power. I mean, women competing with men doesn't make sense on an evolutionary biology front, if I'm not mistaken. Why the fuck would the woman of a species compete with the man of a species? That doesn't even logically make sense. Or am I missing something? Whatever. Let's get into it. Let's keep this this show on the road.
Leave this one for later. Let's move on to this one, guys, who also has a very concerned face.
For dinner and drinks with. So I went out for dinner and drinks with a few of my girlfriends last night. So there were 4 of us in total. And, we're like catching up. And it's crazy because 2 out of my 4 friends tell me that they are dating 60-year-old men. I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me, what? Like, come again? These women are my age, so we're all in our mid-30s. And dating men in their 60s is not like that crazy of a concept, but my dad is 67, just to give you an idea. So I'm curious, I'm like, what is it about these 60-year-old men that you find attractive? Like, what is it that is compelling you to date them? And the thing that both of my friends said,
money, right? We all know it's money, but
I know y'all are biting your nails trying to find out what she's gonna say, but let me pause it real quick. Shout out to Max Power. Shout out to Chuck. Everybody, shout out Chuck. He's donating 5 and passing the plate around. So I mean, I think it's what is that? I don't know if that's I don't know what C Canadian. I don't know what CA is. I'm assuming in Canadian bucks, Canadian shekels, Canadian rupees. Um, I don't know what that translates to. Let's just see if we can get another fiver. Can we get another fiver to stay on 2 hours? Just one more fiver from somebody. Anyway, okay. I'm just gonna. I say the same thing every fucking stream. I try to make it. I try to switch it up, make it entertaining, do something different. Throw some jokes in there to make it a little different. But let's start here. She says she's in her 30s. That neck look 50, and it's not a roast because my neck. Who knows how my neck look? I'm hiding behind the internet. But let me just say, she's 30 plus, talking about dating on the internet. Talking about how all her girls date 60-year-olds now. They're in their 30s, probably mid to late 30s. Yeah, that's your lot in life now. Your leftover. So now you got to date 30 years up. Had every opportunity to get it right in your 20s, your late teens and 20s, mid to late teens and 20s. You have 15 years to get it right. Like, you're not a bad looking girl. Let's pause it on another spot. What do I mean? Well, y'all might. I'm sure y'all will say she's a 3. What What are we rating her? I can't get her full fucking head on the screen to save my life.
leave this one for later. Let's move on.
It's just, what are we rating her? Let me know what y'all think. But anyway, look, there's some women who do TikTok who are married and I don't know for business purposes or whatever. So we'll give them a pass if she's married. We'll give her a pass to be on TikTok, even though it's still a huge red flag. But fuck it, if she married, we'll cut her some slack. But to be a single woman online in your 30s. Okay, everybody's saying she's a 6. 6. Okay, y'all like her. Okay, cool. She's From what I'm seeing, the streets is saying she's objectively above average attractiveness. P. Orlando's saying 7. So okay, y'all feeling her for the most part. Y'all feeling her. Where's Scotty at? I'm sure he'll give her a 2. So yeah, she's getting popular scores. 6.5, 6, 6.5, 7. Okay, cool. Yeah, Scotty would say 2. But so y'all gotta think the power that a 6 has as a woman. I mean, she don't look fat. So here's the thing. In America, a 6, look, as a fit 6 in America, you can, how do I want to put this? Excuse me. I'm trying not to make it a cringy stream. A fit 6 in America is like a C-list celebrity. The value of women is so overinflated in America. I'm just trying to drive my point home. There is no fucking reason on the planet for this woman to be single. There is no good reason, as I always say, for a woman to be single after 25. Nothing that's gonna be good for you, because even if she got married at 20 and her husband died, that's not gonna be good for you getting into a relationship with her afterwards. You're gonna walk into the room and she's crying. I'm just thinking about Johnny. That's not good for you. But anyway, what was I gonna say? She's 30. I mean, yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, after women hit 30, yeah. I mean, I usually don't say their date market is 60. I ain't gonna say it's 60, but after a woman turned 30, her dating market is 30 to 50. Yeah, you leftovers now, baby. Let's let's see what she talking about.
In our mid 30s. Dating men in their 60s is not like that crazy of a concept, but my dad is 67, just to give you an idea. So I'm curious, I'm like, what is it about these 60-year-old men that you find attractive? Like, what is it that is compelling you to date them? And the thing that both of my friends said,
Money. Right, we all know it's money, but let her say it. With an euphemism, of course.
was that these 60-year-old men made them feel super desirable. They made them feel hot. They made them feel young. They made them feel sexy. They made them feel valuable. They also said that these men are not afraid to plan dates, to pick you up for dinner, to
Ah, okay. So that's what's missing. You see, guys, there's just a
Say it one more time.
are not afraid to plan dates. They also said that these men are not afraid.
money, but let her say it. With an euphemism, of course.
Was that these 60-year-old men made them feel super desirable. They made them feel hot. They made them feel young. They made them feel sexy.
Shallow, 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 shallow. Women are a trillion times more shallow than men. The media is gonna spin a different narrative. Um, they trust me, bro. They care more about being desired than they care about being respected. I'm gonna say it again. They care more about being sexually desired than they care about being loved and respected. Because they're shallow as fuck. It's that simple. I was thinking about this earlier, actually. If we went to every high school in America, creep alert, creep alert. If we went to every high school in America and took a survey of every 6 and above young lady in the high school, and we did a secret poll for them. They didn't have to put their names on it, but we just picked out all the 6s and aboves in the high school women. Anonymous survey, and we asked them, "Do you want to be voted this high school's most sexually desirable, or do you want to be voted this high school most likable personality award?" Which one do you think the overwhelming majority of the high school girls and women of all ages, well, like, but I'm just using high school. Like, do you think they want to be voted the sexiest, or voted the most intelligent, or voted the most likable personality? The most sexy. Look, most women, they would choose being sexually desired over being respected for their intelligence and their personality. That's most women. Yeah, they'd rather be prom queen than valedictorian. Absolutely. I mean, it's probably the same thing for guys. Guys rather be voted, I don't know, what's most popular than valedictorian. But anyway, let's get back into it. But she just said it. They make us feel sexy and desirable. That's all they fucking care about. They care about money, they care about their feelings, and they care about being sexually desired by top 10% men.
They
Yes,
made them
yes.
feel hot. They made them feel young. They made them feel sexy. They made them feel valuable. They also said that these men are not afraid to plan dates, to pick you up for dinner, to
Ah,
Telling on themselves again. They're telling on themselves again. I'll get to it.
okay, so that's what's missing. You see, guys, there's just a shortage of 30-year-old men to plan dates and make women feel attractive. You know that, right? There's just a shortage of men who make women feel attractive, you know? There's not enough, in other words, not enough simping out there, guys. There's not enough Indian guys writing comments with a lot of hearts on each woman's post, you know? They just don't feel sexy when
So essentially, all that was horse shit. It's money. The reason these 35-year-old women are dating 60-plus-year-old men is the fucking money. You don't think these bitches already have an inbox full of dudes who would be willing to plan a date, pick them up? 80% of men, y'all even said she's a 6 to 7. 80% of men would consider it to be their lucky day for the opportunity to pick her up, take her out, and tell her how sexy she looks. It's all horse shit. Everything she just said was horse shit. Let me break this down. Let me break this down what this is. What she's trying to say is top 10% men in her age range don't give a fuck about her enough to do all these things for her, even though it's quote unquote bare minimum. So they have to go to 60, a 60-year-old top 10% man for him to gush on this woman because she's 30 years younger. But men from 30 to 45 not gushing on her because they see her for the piece of shit that she is. So they're dating blue pill eights and so now they're dating blue pill. Oh gosh. So now they're dating the blue pill 8, 9, and 10 guys who are 60. Whatever.
you are talking to them, but when it's a 60-year-old, then they do. And also, apparently, there's nobody out planning dates, there's nobody out inviting these women to dates other than 60-year-old men. Wow, makes a lot of sense, eh?
open doors, to pull out your chair, to, whatever. Like, chivalry is not dead in that generation of men. And it's pretty much completely dead in the 35 to 45-year-old bracket. And I would just like to point out that it's not that 60-year-old men are necessarily more mature than 35-year-old men. I mean, I would hope that they would be, but like, as we all know, that's not always the case. The thing here, and the thing that is important, is both of them said it is how they made them feel.
Oh wow, thank you for your input. So there you go, guys. There's a shortage of men who pull chairs and open doors. Yeah, it's whatever you say, guys.
We know 30 and single crowd, far as women, is the loser crowd. It's the loser table. Let's be fucking real. How many piercings do she need in her ear? We already know what train wreck this woman is. She's coming online with her hair shuffled, all these piercings in her ear, and a fucking raggedy shirt with the neck stretched out. There's no chance this is a high quality woman. Just whatever. Let's just get back into it.
I mean, these women look at reality. That's not the case. In fact, men who pull chairs and bring flowers to dates, yeah, they're the ones that get the most fucked, honestly. But alright, fellas, let's move on to this other woman. Again, a very perplexed woman, because it turns out, whether you want to believe it or not, men not particularly interested in dating the 50-year.
I don't know, Lauren. What do you mean by that? Is that just a casual question, Lauren? Or are you working for the CIA?
Olds.
I was talking to my ex-husband last month and I learned something new. I'm too old for him. So we're good friends and we've been divorced over 3 years now. And he's on the
Hate to stop it already. But let me run that back. Do y'all know what caught my ears? No, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, Lauren. I went out and about. I hung out. Went to the store just to get some air. Um, it was a pretty good day. I'm glad I'm back hanging out with y'all, my friends. But do y'all know what caught my ear already about this woman? And let's get the donations up. We just need $5 for me to stay on 2 hours tonight. We only need $5 more. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. It's also in the description. And yeah. But I'm gonna run it back and then I'm gonna pause it again at the same spot. And y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you think caught my ear about what she said already?
last month and I
Woman, again, a very perplexed woman, because it turns out, whether you want to believe it or not, men not particularly interested in dating the 50-year-olds.
was talking to my ex-husband last month and I learned something new. I'm too old for him. So we're good friends and we've been divorced over 3 years now.
What do you think caught my ear about what we heard so far from this woman? Lauren Krause, the queen of the stream, brought down the house with a $5 donation to keep us on 2 hours tonight. Everybody shout out Lauren, the queen of the stream, for doing what she usually does and supporting the shit out of this channel. And I'm forever grateful, Lauren. Forever grateful. You know? Just a little something, a little coffee money for my trouble, you know? I don't really drink coffee, by the way, just in case you were wondering. So she said, me and my husband are good friends. You know what that means? They've been divorced 3 years, and she says, me and my husband are good friends. That means she divorced a good man for a shitty reason. That's what that means when a woman says, I'm still such great friends with my ex. Let's get back into it.